Today we're going to talk about the story behind 99 Nights in the Forest. Because just like the game says, it's based on a real story, and that caught the attention of every Roblox player. So for now, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. Alright, first of all, what do we know about this story? According to the game, there was a report of a deer standing on two legs in an unnatural way in the forest. That same week, 4 children went missing. After a police search, no clues were found. Because of this, the park was closed to the public, and we are the ones who have to solve the mystery. Well, kind of. Trying to find a real story with a similar concept, I found one where 4 children were also lost in a forest. This was the case of the Cessna 206 plane crash in Colombia. In May 2023, a small plane crashed deep in the Amazon jungle. A family was traveling inside. A mother and her 4 children, along with the pilot and co-pilot. It's said that right after the crash, the pilot and co-pilot died on impact. But the mother survived for 4 more days with her children before her injuries got worse, and sadly, she passed away, leaving the 4 kids alone in the middle of the jungle. Leslie, Solini, Tinan, and Christine, the last one was only a few months old. Surprisingly, they survived for 40 days on their own in the jungle. According to rescue reports, they made it thanks to some cassava flour they found in the plane wreckage, and because the oldest sister knew a little about the fruits and seeds that were safe to eat in the jungle. While searching for them, the rescue team found the plane with the 3 bodies, but no sign of the children. At first, they thought the kids were gone too. But they later found seeds and small belongings nearby, which encouraged them to expand the search. They even brought in rescue dogs, and one of them is important to this story, a dog named Wilson. The children said that one day they found this rescue dog. They followed him for several days until suddenly he disappeared. Not long after that, the rescue team finally found the children and took them to safety. But they never forgot their canine hero. Okay, everything sounds good so far, right? I mean, the kids were rescued. There are even photos of them with the rescue team. But this is where things start getting interesting because the people who live near the jungle believe that the dog sacrificed himself for the children's souls. Yes, they searched for Wilson afterward, but he was never found. There are many beliefs about the jungle. Some say that once you enter, it's very hard to get out. And just out of curiosity, when the kids were found, they had to go through spiritual cleansings to remove bad energy or any possible curse, because some locals claim that the children were being guided by goblins. Others say it could have been a different creature. The Chuya, a being that is half deer and half human. And now we see how all these ideas start connecting. Some people even say these creatures have followers or cultists. With this, I think you can already see where the game gets its inspiration, right? We can understand why there are crash planes on the map, why there are 4 kids and their drawings, and of course the deer. And please, if this really is the story behind it, I would love to see a reference to Wilson in a future update. For those who are curious, the kids have grown up now and are continuing their studies and their lives. But it's interesting how a Roblox game can take references like these and turn them into an experience with updates, lore, and everything. It's strange but fascinating. By the way, just to be clear, this is only one of the stories that 99 Nights in the Forest might be based on. But honestly, this story fits pretty well with the game. 4 lost children, the crashed planes around the map, and even the creature known in that region, the Chuya. Although in the game, instead of being half human and half deer, it's a full deer standing upright. And to connect this story with the case we talked about earlier, we could say that the Chuya, or the deer in this case, tricked the kids and led them into these areas where they were obviously trapped. And I think the reason the kids in the game have different hats is to help tell them apart. And remember, the real kids were stuck in the jungle for more than 40 days, which connects with the game's idea, right? Surviving 40 days, although the game changed it to 99 to make it more hardcore. Okay bro, I just realized that in this whole video we've talked about the Chuya, but we haven't explained what this entity actually is. According to local stories and urban legends, it traps people who get lost in the forest. And it can even take the form of a human to trick its victims, making them follow it. And possibly never be seen again. Imagine an update in the game where, if you're playing with friends, the deer can take your friend's appearance and you trust it without realizing it's slowly draining your health. It could happen since the game already mentions that some events have been changed to create its own version of the story. And the new final scene you get after surviving the 99 nights hints at that too. But well, I'll leave the video here. If you have any theories or know another story that might be related to this game, let me know down in the comments. This game caught a lot of attention and honestly, the story we found is pretty interesting.